Hello, my name is Marty Braden. It is January 6th in the year 2020, and I'm excited to start what I'm going to call My Journey to Alignment. I'll explain what I mean by that in just a moment, but first let me introduce myself. I'm just an ordinary guy who's 65 now, and I'll be turning 66 in July of this year. I was born and raised in Boise, Idaho, and now I live in Bountiful with my wife and most of my family living nearby. I've been married for 43 years to my beautiful bride and a wonderful wife of these 8 children called Kathleen. We've had 8 children, 6 of which are still living, and so by that statement you can assume that we've had some sad days when 2 of our sons went on ahead of us. I retired 4 years ago on September 23rd of 2015, and my wife is still working, and I'm hoping to bring her home sooner than later. So as you can tell, I'm pretty much like those of you who are watching this video, just an ordinary fellow. Anyway, that's a little about me, and I'm sure you'll understand more as we go along why I'm calling this journey My Journey to Alignment and why I want to share it with you. A couple of weeks ago, before the end of 2019, I sat down to begin typing out my goals for the new year like most of us try to do. I wanted 2020 to be a great year. I focused on 4 areas of my life that I wanted to do better and improve on: my social life, my intellectual life, my physical life, and my spiritual, or what some might call my vibrational mind, where I wanted to do better in attuning to it. Anyway, on December 31st, just 6 days ago, on the morning of New Year's Eve, I finished typing out my goals and closed the binder, and then enjoyed the rest of the day with my family and came home after our family gathering, New Year's night, and went to bed. The next morning, January 1st, 2020, the first day of this year, I received an email in my inbox where the subject line said, "The Secrets of Manifesting Your Dreams." I want to tell you, I just don't know why. I just saw that and looked at the little picture it had, and for some reason I decided to click on it to see what it was about. And sure enough, it had a little video. It didn't let me see how long the video was or whatever, so I started to listen to it. Heck, it was New Year's Day, so I had the day to do what I wanted to do. And so for 30 plus minutes, I watched this video, and the words come on the screen describing how you can have manifestation of big dreams in your life. And of course, like all these things do, I've had many of those hit my inbox, and like you have, and it talks about a $400 bonus, and it's only going to be $199 when it's really $597, and all those kind of things. And it kind of caught my interest, though. There were some great things that it said, and I was kind of dejected a little bit that it was so much. And so as I started to click out, of course, they start to hit you, "Don't leave now, we'll do this," and so forth. But sure enough, as I was clicking out, I noticed a 93% discount. And I was quite excited. Was maybe even looking to do something for $47, whatever, but here it was, $17, and I pulled the trigger. $17, heck, that's 2 nights before I just bought a pizza and a big liter of root beer, and that was more than $17 just for dinner, and that went away like that. Whereas this could possibly, show some interest. So I was excited to order it, and immediately I got a link and 2 emails. And away I went. I clicked it open and saw some incredible video discussion, about a half hour, explaining the program and the first 3 videos, and then some audios and some other special audio. I'll just tell you this, that I was absorbed for the day. I listened to what he had to say. I decided to go and type out win the morning, win the day, and follow those steps. I decided to type out what the evening mantra was, to have a great, big, successful day the next day by doing it the right way of closing out my day. In fact, I even invited my wife to listen to some of this, and she got so excited. I just have to tell you that we started. And so I decided, I was kind of woke up in the middle of the night, last night on the 5th, and a thought came to my mind to do a video journal. And I imagined in my mind, what would it be like if I started terrible at video? This is the first time I've ever done a video like this to do on YouTube and let other folks maybe listen in or whatever. I'm just going to do it for myself, to be accountable to myself, to do the video, to tell what's on my heart, to tell the facts, the sadness, the successes, the surprises, the new lessons learned, that kind of thing. So this is my first video for actually even though it's happening on the 6th, I'm going to go in now and talk about the 1st of January of 2020, what I experienced. I do have a little journal here I'm going to pull out. Let me just find it. Here we go. And share some of the lessons I learned and what I described. I'm going to read this first one right here. The purposeful life. Being purposeful in your dreams, being purposeful in your thinking. A lesson I learned today, January 1st, was that when you set or change your mindset on something specific, things begin to happen. I just happened to make that little decision to click on that, and many things started to happen. I have to share a little bit about my background to kind of tell you why I believe this. For years, I believed the concept, the feeling of if you a thought, an ideal, or physical things, they're real. When you have an idea, you work and it starts things in motion and you have faith on it and you put action in it, and lo and behold, it shows up in the world of the physical. Well, when I started about 6 years before I retired, I had been unemployed for 11 months. Ooh, that was a disastrous time. But anyhow, I made the decision I wanted to do some work in the internet world and get educated about it. And during that 11 months, I was trying to find work. When I finally got, once I had made that firm decision, it was going to be internet marketing-oriented type job. And I did better with a base plus, so the security sense was there for my wife and me, but then I worked hard to get those commissions plus. Anyhow, this particular job, I didn't quite understand what the interviewer, when he called me, was describing, but I was sure excited to maybe go check it out. And so I then had a second call the day later over the phone with the VP, and he was impressed enough that he invited me in to meet me, and sure enough, I got the job. Well, after a couple, 3 months with this company, I came up with an idea because they were selling little $1,000 to $1,500 little packages, but they had an array of products and services for the folks, the small business owners and big companies. Basically, I did they had what's called affiliate marketing, that they had a buy button, and the contracts that were done with those companies, when we sold something for them off our website, we got paid a percentage commission, a PPA, a pay per action commission. And when I saw what they were doing and picked up on it quickly, I realized, I thought and had the idea, what if we put a package together that was kind of a one-off and combine them all and had a $5,000 or $10,000 package? Would certainly get there faster. Well, sure enough, that set on a path for the next 5 years. It went to 10,000, it went to 40,000, it went to 50. And the last year I was there, I had sold a package that was $90,000 a month, or $1,080,000 for a year, with just one client. And that was incredible income. My income went from $71,000, then to $130,000, then to $240,000, and then to $438,000. And it was quite the amazing thing. And they decided they didn't need this department. They got it all figured out. Mainly it's because I was making more than the CEO, who made $300,000. I made $438,000 that year. So anyhow, I was able to pay off homes, pay and buy cars, and just got out of debt. It's wonderful. And then they closed things down, so I decided to retire. And I've had quite the journey getting here, but I want this year to be something exciting. Even though I'm 66 this year, coming in July, I wanted to do something great and wanted to have a delightful time and work to bring my wife home, but getting a larger income coming so she can come home and step out of her job. And in writing those goals, I went to peaceful sleep that night, and sure enough, an email came up. And I just have this feeling, this thought, and I've had things flow on my mind since that time for the last 5 days, as I've started to implement and listen to some of the audios and apply what they said and speak what I want to have happen and come up with the ideas and thoughts and wants with purpose, and not having wants from lack and those kind of things. It's just been interesting. So on this month, it just gives a little bit about me. On this particular month, I thought, let's do a video journal and continue on for the whole year, and let's see what happens, and maybe you can watch and listen to my story as it goes along. On January 2nd, there was a power. The lesson learned is there is power in being present, meaning be here, be present. One of the things you do in the morning is you wake up, and immediately, to confirm that sleep is done, is to make your bed, go in and splash cold water on your face, and do real fast breathing for 15 seconds, and for another minute and a half, low breathing, thinking gratitude, thinking this is going to be a great day. And in time you're going to learn, and I'm starting to establish what my quote affirmation I want to have for the day, that I am a successful man. I think positively. I do not procrastinate. I believe in my, those kinds of things. I started to do that, and I've listened to some audios, and there's some great things to listen to while you're reading. This quiet time, getting three minds is what this gentleman's name was. Croix, Croix Sather, Sather. And I have a link here that I think you can click on that'll take you right to it and let you know what I'm talking about. But anyhow, I started to apply some of the things that was listed by his audios, and it's been really kind of enjoyable, the thoughts that it's generated. And it's helped me to be focused and to put on paper and to put into my mind. There's three minds: the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and what Croix is calling the vibrational mind, which I call the spiritual mind, which I call the incredible it, the incomprehensible it, that energy that's throughout the whole world, that permeates all of us and permeates everything and all living things. And there's some kind of way when you connect with it, you get incredible thoughts, incredible ideas, incredible feelings. And that's what I've been focusing on for the last 4 or 5 days I'm going to share with you. But for this first day, that's the introduction, and I've started to do it. I got up. I'm not one to want to make my bed. I kind of let it, if I'm going to sleep in it again, who heck, I'll just get back into nighttime. No, it's really helped me wake up and get going. My wife's very pleased about that, by the way. But anyhow, I started making the bed, and now we're making it together to get it done, because I'm getting up at the same time she does. She gets up at 5:45 in the morning, has an hour routine, and then gets off to work, and I start my day. It's been delightful to do these things together, to talk about it together, to have a goal together. Now, on the exercise portion, which is the last 15 minutes of this little morning ritual, I'm not a big, you can tell I'm overweight, I'm a little chubby-faced guy. Exercise is not an exciting thing. That'll come along. I'm doing a few things, sitting on the couch with the little weights. Not big spectacular, but I'm just doing the few steps in this little 40-minute early morning launch of my day. I want to win the morning so I can win the day. That's a little insight to what I experienced on January 1st, just 5 days ago, and I'm so excited to have you maybe come along on this journey with me. Hopefully I'll be honest with you and share my failures, my lack of performance, my successes, my surprises, the things I learned, and describing to you what's starting to happen or what's not starting to happen. You're going to see it all. I may not be dressed perfectly each time I come. Heck, I might only find time early in the morning to do it. My hair's not even combed. So I'm just going to go through this. I hope you understand that this is for me, and hopefully you'll learn something as you watch it and things can start to happen for you. Again, Marty Braden, January 1st, 2020 is what I just described. I'm going to come back for January 2nd next. Success to you. Bye-bye.